Hello everyone, I'm CK Saumya, studying in 1st BCom B, student of KC's Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. In this video, I'm going to talk about the paper which is Advanced Financial Accounting. In that, the chapter is Branch Account. I'm going to talk about the stock and debtor system in this chapter. Meaning for branch account. The concept of a branch means existence of a head office, for there can be no branch without a head office. Principal place of business. Many business concerns nowadays carry on trading in different establishments scattered far and near. In other words, a business may be and generally is divided into so many divisions. If the various divisions are situated in different places of the same town or in different towns, they are known as branches. Types of branches. From the accounting point of view, branches are divided by three types. Dependent branch, which is dependent to head office. Independent branch, which is undependent to head office. Foreign branch, which have branches in foreign countries. Accounts for dependent branch. In case of a dependent branch, the head office may keep accounts of a branch according to any of the following system: debtor system, stock and debtor system, wholesale branch system, and finally final account system. I am going to tell about stock and debtor system. In this method, the head office keeps separate accounting related to various types of transaction at the branch instead of one branch account. The following accounts are kept in the head office book relating to a branch under this method: branch stock account, branch debtor account, branch expense account, branch adjustment account, branch P&L account, and goods sent to the branch account. Let's see the journal entries for stock debtor system. First, when goods are sent to branch. When head office sends goods to the branch, the entries are branch stock account debtor to goods sent to the branch account. Note: reserve entry will be passed for goods returned by branch to head office. When branch or returned goods to the head office, reserve entries will be passed. Second, when sales are made by the branch. When branch made a sales, entries are first for cash sales, cash account debtor to branch stock account. Second, for credit sales, branch debtors account debtor to branch stock account. Third, when cash is received from debtors. When debtors is pay a cash to the branch account, the entries are cash account debtor to branch debtors account. Fourth, for discount allowance and bad debts. When expense are paid to the branch, the entries are branch expense account debtor to branch debtors account. Fifth, for branch expense paid in cash. When expense of a branch is paid in cash, the entries are branch expense account debtor to cash or bank account. Sixth, for closing branch expense account, the entries are branch P&L account debtor to branch expense account. The following additional adjustment entries are to be passed when the goods are sent at invoice price. 7th, for the difference between the invoice price and cost price of the opening stock. Entries are stock reserve accounts debtor to the branch adjustment account. 8th, for the difference between the invoice price and cost price of the closing stock, entries are branch adjustment account debtor to stock reserve account. 9th, for the difference between selling price and cost price of the goods sent to branch less return, entries should be goods sent to branch account debtor to branch adjustment account. 10th, for insurance claim received. When insurance claim received, the entries are insurance claim account debtor to branch P&L account. 11th, for any shortage in the branch stock account. If there is a shortage occurred in the branch stock account, entries are A. Loading on such shortage, the entries will be branch adjustment account debtor to branch stock account. Second, cost of such shortage, branch P&L account debtor to branch stock account. 12th, for any surplus in the branch stock account, first, a loading on such surplus, entries will be branch stock account debtor to branch adjustment account. Second, cost of such surplus, branch stock account debtor to branch P&L account. 13th, for gross profit made by the branch. If the branch made a gross profit, the entry should be branch adjustment account debtor to branch P&L account. Note: Reverse entry for gross loss. If the branch occurred a gross loss, reverse entry should be provided. That is, branch P&L account data to branch adjustment account. 14th. For net profit disclosed by branch P&L account. If branch P&L account occurs a net profit, the entries will be branch P&L account data to general P&L account. Note: reverse entry for net loss. If the branch P&L account occur net loss, the entry should be general P&L account data to branch P&L account. 15th. For closing goods sent to branch account. If closing goods are sent to the branch account, entries are goods sent to branch account data to purchase or trading account. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this will be useful to understand much better. Thank you.